Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with another video. I'm gonna make it quick. It's just gonna be a short video. So this video is about a story a few years ago. I think it was in the 80s that I lived as a married with children person in an apartment. And, you know, my husband and I worked. We worked hard, but we still didn't have a lot of money. We were just trying to make ends meet. However, this particular day, a young man came to my door and he was selling some household products, a whole box of all kind of stuff he brought to the door. Plus he had some still left in the trunk. So I didn't really need anything because I usually don't buy things that I don't need, you know. But I said I'm just gonna try and help him out because he didn't make any sale. So I probably was just gonna be the one to give him a chance. So I looked at his things that he had, and something caught my attention. He had a big box of drinking glasses. I think there were about 4 dozen in the pack, different sizes, you know. So I did like that. So before I decided to buy it from him, I called my friend and I asked her if she would like to share a box of drinking glasses with me. She would get half and I get half, and we split it. So she agreed, and I went back to the door and purchased the box of drinking glasses from this gentleman. And he was quite happy about his purchase. So I directed him to further down the road what doors to knock on, because they were also people that I associated with, and they have children. They have quite more children than I do, so those things would come in handy for them. And some of them didn't have transportation to go out and purchase such heavy stuff to carry on the bus or whatever. So it was very handy for them to buy from the traveling salesman. So I never saw him again. Never hear a word, didn't know what he was doing, and I think about a year went by. And so it happened that somewhere along the way, my husband had an accident going down the hill from work, as usual, snow. It was snowy, and he must have slid and slipped off the road and crashed the car. So it was a total write-off. Yes, so we contact the insurance company, and they sent over a adjuster, an insurance claim adjuster. In those days, we had insurance. People were traveling around, traveling salesmen and traveling insurance agents. They were always traveling. They didn't have any office. Not too many had big offices. Just the well-established ones had offices, but they were traveling insurance salesmen. Automobile insurance and life insurance. They were both traveling salespeople in those days. So the adjuster came to the house, and we were so concerned about the car, how much we were going to get for this old car. Because if we had sell it, we wouldn't get much, but we were going to get a settlement because the car was written off. So we were kind of anxious to hear the result of what we were going to get. So we weren't paying any attention to the man himself. But as soon as the business was settled, I realized, and I start to think now, look at him. He was very nice, dealt with us very kind, and we started to talk, and he mentioned that he was the salesman that came to my door about a year ago. And I was so surprised because we had no idea that he had promoted, got a job, promoted from a traveling salesman to an insurance sales adjuster. Insurance claim adjuster. Yes, folks. So he settled the business, and we were glad that it was him that came because he knew us back then from when he was a traveling salesman came to the door looking for a sale. And we treated him very well. I didn't slam the door in his face. I greeted him and I tried to make a sale with him, and we did. I don't know, because I didn't hear anything when he went down the road to the other neighbors if he had made a sale. I think they did. They did purchase something from him because they did mention about him coming and they got some stuff from him. So this is to show folks that you never know. You see people and they're struggling, and in their struggles, other people will look down on them or try to shame them or try to treat them badly, but you never know. For when a man is down, you can't hit a man when he's down, because you never know when he gets up what's going to happen. So I'm just here to share this story, folks, and to remind each and every one of us that we have to try and sow good seed. Do good and sow good seed that we may reap a good harvest later on. As the old people saying goes, you cannot sow peas and expect to reap corn. We will reap what we sow. So we have to remember that we have to try and treat people well on this journey of life. We never know what later on may be in our life, how our life will turn out, that kindness will return to us. It will return to us. So we have to be careful to be kind and be kind to other people. Not because they're down, we cannot treat them in any way. Because as my pastor would say many years ago, the people you see climbing up the ladder is the same ones you pass climbing up the ladder, the same ones you will pass when you're going back down. So we have to be careful how we treat people. We should treat people the way how we would like to be treated. First, today we are up and tomorrow we are down. We never know how this life journey is going to turn out. So it's a short video, folks, and I hope that it'll be a blessing to everyone. And remember, folks, be kind and try and treat people the way how you would like to be treated. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back later on. Thank you for listening. Stay blessed.